We have to view what God allows to be taken from us, to be removed out of our life, the things or the people that have been removed from our life that we look at and say, I lost this person, I lost that person, I lost this thing, I lost this part of myself. All of that, we have to view that not as loss, but as transition. See, the mistake that a lot of us make as individuals is we think that because we lose something, and on the back end of that loss comes the season where we must operate by faith, where we are now tested and we are going through trials and tribulations. When we lose something and things get worse, we don't think that it's a part of God's plan. See, you got to shift your way of thinking. You have to step over into the understanding that yes, God will bless us, but he will also transition us into trials and tribulations. Because how else does God test us and we know that we have the faith that we should have, and he knows we have the faith that we should have? How else does God know that we are ready for the next level, lest he takes us through a process where we have to become cultivated, where we have to become matured, where we are tugged on and pulled on and strained and drained and frustrated? Can you still keep your faith and keep your peace to where you are worthy of the next blessing? See, we got to start understanding that God doesn't just transition us from one blessing to the next. God will transition us from having a blessing, experiencing what we deem to be loss, and then into a season of trial and tribulation, and then transition us into restoration. Not every bad thing is always something where the devil is just going to overtake you and consume you. Sometimes God allows for things to happen because of the righteousness that you possess. If we go back, let's talk about Job again. Here we go. God said, have you not tried my servant? Because when God has faith in you, he will use you to make the devil look bad. When God has faith in you, he will use you to prove the devil wrong. God will say, I don't even got to do it myself. I got a servant who loves me. I got somebody who is chosen. I got somebody who has chosen to willingly live their life set apart to be in the world, but not of the world. I have somebody who genuinely loves me, and I know based on the love they have for me that they will never turn their back on me. So instead of me coming off of my throne and squishing you like the little bug that you are, I'm going to use my servant. I'm going to use my woman of God. I'm going to use my man of God. So you got to start understanding, when you walk around with all this anointing, all this power, all this righteousness that you reflect, God will allow for there to be a transition in your life. And it is not a loss. It is a transition, because remember, everything that you have, God gave it